Hey guys, we've showed you some examples of this in previous videos, the interesting mixes we sometimes get of land use in Japan. So in most modern countries, usually you find if it's high density apartment buildings like this, that's what they'll be. Or if it's commercial property, that's what they'll be. Whereas in Japan, you tend to get a bit of a mix, and it's quite common to find places where there's been people that have just refused to budge. And these big developments will happen all around them, and this is an example of that. So we've got high density apartment buildings here, and then down here on the corner, this little brown building on the corner is actually really old. So obviously at some stage they've added the facade to the front of it to try and sort of modernize it, and on the left hand side there you can see some cladding on the wall. But when we get close to it and have a look at that tiled roof, it's an original old tiled roof. Underneath the tile is mud, underneath the mud is wood, and underneath the cladding on the left hand side there would be mud and wood as well. So it's pretty old. When we go inside, we see a stone floor at the front and a tatami floor at the back, so that's classic of an old place as well. If you look on the left hand side there, that was fairly typical about World War II era. That would have actually had little wooden doors on it, little wooden shutter, and during the day they'd open the little shutter and serve people through that little hatch. Usually cigarettes was what they usually sold through that little window. So they've sort of done things to it over the years, but basically it's a really, really old building on probably about 100 square meters, 120 square meters of land that they've just stuck it out. They've just refused to move. They now act as an agency for the dry cleaning company and the courier company, and they're not real busy, as you can see. But isn't that cool? Isn't that cool to hold out like that? Anyway, there it was. More videos coming soon.